Hi, I'm Dustin Abbott, and what you're about to see is one of the reviews done by Craig over on our other channel, Let the Light In TV. So before we jump into the video, I want to recommend that you go over and take a look at the channel and subscribe there, as Craig is able to do reviews there that I just don't have time to fit in on this main channel. And so be sure to subscribe there and so that you get all of the new content. I wanted to share this video today, however, because I haven't had the time to review it myself, and I thought this was something that you, as my audience, might be interested in. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at today's review.
Hey, I'm Craig Christopherson. Welcome to Let the Light In TV. Today we have the NiSi True Color ND filter. And so the packaging that it comes in is this little Velcro pouch here. You open that up and there is a hard plastic case inside, and then inside the plastic case is your ND filter. Now, for me, I needed a step-up ring to fit this onto the lens that I'm using, so you may need to do that as well, depending on what lens you have. But that is an option. They do sell step-up rings alongside it. Inside that package is this little silver knob here, and it can be a little bit difficult to put in because the hole is so small and the knob is so small, so it can be a little bit intricate to put in. But once you get it in, it's a nice smooth rotation and everything works very nicely. There is a small black little indicator dot, and that's going to tell you how many stops you are currently applying to your image, right? So 1 stop versus 5. And I found that that black little dot there is almost a little too insignificant, let's say. It doesn't catch your eye. It's not extremely or boldly visible. I'd like to see that maybe change to a more notable color. For example, using the company yellow might catch your eye a little bit stronger, or a red or something. So that's a little change in the aesthetic part of the structure that I would maybe recommend. But other than that, everything performs and is built very well. So, okay, what's the purpose of this filter then? Well, if you're a photographer, this is going to help you when you are doing long exposures, for example, battling a whole lot of light out there, or if you are in video, then this is going to be used to keep your shutter speed consistent across all lighting environments. Now, this filter does have a 1 to 5 stop range, and what is really nice about it is, I would say, one of the key critical questions that I would ask myself when reviewing something like this is, does it form an X pattern, right? Does it form an X pattern? Because on some filters, they don't have a hard stop. This one does. So, little clue there. This one does have a hard stop, but some just rotate infinitely, and that leads to kind of a cross pattern being showing up within your final product. But with this one, it has hard stops on both sides. So here's the answer to the question. No, it does not produce that crisscross X pattern within your images or within your videos. It's all checks out. It's all very clear. Because of those hard stops, it has a limited rotation, which means it does not do that crisscross pattern. Also, I would say that the knob is a really nice addition to this product, having that rotate and just being able to click rather than, putting your fingers on and maybe smudging the filter itself. But you cannot keep this little silver knob on if you want to put the lens cap on. It must come off. You got to take the little silver knob off, which I think might make it very easy to lose. Now, the product does come, the little knob does come in this little plastic baggie here, but with something this small, I think that's probably something just kind of asking to be lost at this point. So the whole reason this ND filter exists is because other ND filters can cast hues on your image, which makes your color correction responsibilities a whole lot more. It's a whole lot of time that you can spend on correcting the hue that is produced by the ND filter that you used. And so the whole purpose of this is that it doesn't cast a hue. So here is the big question. Does it cast a hue? Does it affect the colors? Well, let's look at our results and find out.
So just to show you, it's a bit of an unfortunate time to do a video looking at colors, as you can see what outside looks like. But here, let's bring it inside into a controlled environment, all right? We're looking at 5 stops of the ND filter on ISO 3200, shutter speed of 160, and we put that to the least amount of stops that the ND filter can do at 1 stop, still ISO 3200. And it's really only a change of brightness here that's going on, right? We're not seeing a change of saturation. There's no change in color. It really and truly does what it says on the box. It keeps the colors simply as is. And so here we're looking at no ND filter, ISO 640. We're going to switch right now to one stop of the ND filter on. And what's changed? I dare you to find something. It really does keep the colors accurately just as it says. And finally, here's ISO 200 with no ND filter. Okay, so I'm going to prove to you that is just the brightness that changes. We are in DaVinci Resolve here within the color editing tab. We have our clip right here that is 5 ND filter stops versus 1 ND filter stop, all right? So you see the difference there, and I have already got a little preset, so I'm just going to add a corrector, and here we go. So let's put on our corrections, paste it on. You can see, right, it's just brightness that got pumped up, right? If we go down and look down at our values, I'm going to undo, right? It's only the highlights and the shadows that I've adjusted. I'm going to put that change back on there. You can see the image gets pumped up. We go to the 1 ND filter and we are really matching. So it's only the highlights and the shadows if you're doing color correction that need to get adjusted. If that's what you're looking at, the colors keep. It is truly a true color ND filter. So there you have it. That is the review. Do with that information whatever you want to do. If you want to purchase this ND filter, the links are down below. You can go to Dustin Abbott's channel as well down there. There's merchandise down there. Whatever you want to do, it is completely up to you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.